Hey guys, Chad Hoover, Kayak Bass Fishing, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is another video where I had an opportunity to ask some of the top pros in the Kayak Bass Fishing Tournament Series questions while I had them as a captive audience at ICAST 2019 down in Orlando, Florida. So here's the question that I asked some of the top pros. What are the two things that you need to catch trophy bass? Now, when you're fishing tournaments, you're not always fishing for trophy bass, but a lot of these anglers are adept at catching big fish even when they're not tournament fishing and they're just trophy hunting. So let's hear from some of the top anglers in the Kayak Bass Fishing Nation on how they fish for trophy bass.
Two things you need to catch a trophy bass: heavy line and heavy cover.
Two things that I need to catch trophy bass are patience and confidence.
Wow, man. Well, I'm a frog fisherman. I said that a minute ago. So I love throwing a frog. And if you're gonna go after a big fish, you're not gonna find a better bait than a frog. I mean, it is, to me, and when I'm targeting big fish in the summertime, I'm gonna fish the thickest, nastiest stuff. So I'm gonna be fishing a frog, or when they get a little bit further down in those mats, I'm gonna be taking a punch rig and I'm gonna be punching those thick, heavy vegetation, and that's where those big fish live. And I've caught a lot of 8, 9, 10-pound fish on those two tactics right there.
To me, the best way to catch trophy bass is patience. The other one is research, but that goes back into the patience line.
Two things you need to catch trophy bass. One, you need to be in an area where there are trophy bass. I mean, you know, they don't live everywhere, so you have to be able to find them. The right equipment, right rod, right reel. You know, you don't want to get out there and break them off. And I'm a power guy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the right equipment.
Confidence for one, and to do your homework on the lake and research to find the big bass on that lake.
Two things that you've got to have to catch trophy bass are going to be water that contains trophy bass and confidence. Really, you're not going to catch trophy bass if there's no trophy bass there. That's obvious, but you've got to have confidence in your ability to actually catch trophy bass, and that comes with just time on the water and studying the time of the year. You know what the patterns are for the year, and that's going to give you your best chance.
So there you have it. That's a couple of different approaches to catching trophy bass. This is going to be one that I weigh in on and give you a little bit of my advice. Here's the two things that you have to do to catch trophy bass. And I'm not going to say that there's a particular thing that you need, but the first thing you need is a trophy bass mindset. Okay, you have to decide you're going to fish for trophy bass. You're not just fishing for numbers, because it is a different approach. And the second thing you need is you need to really focus on putting every possible advantage in your favor. Learn as much as you can about bass physiology. Learn as much as you can about their sensory system and how that they can become aware of you, how they're going to respond to the lures. And you need to learn a lot about seasonal progression, astrological data, feeding times, other factors that contribute to the way that bass act. I think when you start putting all those things together, you have that foundational knowledge that makes those little hairs on the back of your neck stand up at the right time in the right place to make the right adjustment. And to me, that's the big difference between catching trophy fish and not catching trophy fish. So if you guys like this video, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. If you have subscribed and you haven't hit that little bell, do that so that you know each and every time we release a new video, and we'll see y'all in the next one.